on, kings and queens? It's your girl Rochelle Rain here, and today I'm going to give you 5 do's and don'ts to choosing your logo, taking you from flop to glam. But first and foremost, I want to shout out that Shea Beauty from my shirt. Anyways, let's get started. So what I'm about to do is just pop open the light brighten on me eye. So what am I going to do is just pop open my Illustrator so that you guys can see it from a working standpoint and not just as a done standpoint. So I already did them. I try my best to make the don'ts look ugly, but I can't design anything ugly. So let's just hop into it. For the first 5 don'ts, I'm going to address the glitter logo. Even zooming in, you can see how much pixelation is going on. It disrupts printing, the size expansion, just everything. It's just not cute, guys. Like, leave it alone, let it go. If you need glitter in your logo that bad, then find a gradient. Use a gradient properly. I'm going to show you what a gradient looks like, but I did not use it properly on spite, right? So use a gradient properly. If you want to be printing in glitter, then that's completely different. You do not need to put glitter digitally in your logo. It's not going to work out for you in the long run anyway. Number 2 is a watercolor background. Get rid of it. It's okay and it's cute for a little one-off, or it's cute for like an animation to your YouTube opening or something, but it's not good for a long-term logo. And logo, remember, a logo is a part of your brand. It's a bigger picture. But right now, we just gonna address these logos. So homegirl Shauna, I don't know what you do. I don't know what. I was just designing something. So I guess shades were supposed to be makeup. And a lot of times when you want so many colors, a lot of times when you love colors, you always think that all your colors need to be a part of your logo. It's not so. You have a main, you have an accent, and then you have 3 complementary. And it's most likely hues of what your main and your accent is. But I'll address that in another time. So Shauna, get your stuff together, girl, because this font, they don't even go with this font. But don't let me get started on the font. So stay away from the watercolor. It's not cute. It's not ready for versatility or expansion or just growing your business overall. When I see logos like this, I do not take you serious, okay? Let's have some maturity in our branding, guys. Now, too many names and description. Narrow down your business name. I have had multiple conversations with clients or just people in general about narrowing down their business name. Now, Sugar and Spice Waxing, Unisex Spa and Salon. I don't know where I made that up, but you could just simply say Sugar and Spice Spa, Sugar and Spice Salon, Sugar and Spice Wax Spa. Like, just keep it very minimal, but still descriptive, so people know where they're going and what they're coming to. People know what to expect. All right, and you don't have to put unisex these days, because I mean everywhere is unisex. Men and women go everywhere at the same time, so it's whatever. Now we're gonna go over on this Afro babe girl. So obviously, when you're on a budget, when you're being very economical, it's fine. It has no problem. But don't go over to Google and copy and paste and then try to add things to it. This had 100 different elements and it's just not looking right. It has 2 different fonts. They don't even go together. Then they have the Afro babe here because it says Afro. Sometimes you don't have to be literal. Try to take a step back before you start designing or before you start thinking of what your logo should look like, right? If your hair and skincare products, this don't really tell me nothing about the products. It kind of looks like, if I cover it down here, it looks like you do here, right? So be careful of the elements that you choose and you put together. The circles aren't even needed. I do not know why people put a background on logos. Get rid of it. It should not be your main logo. Yes, some logos need a background, but that's when they're for something, like to put on the banner or to put on this or to put on that. It's not needed here. Your logo should always be in PNG, and then you can adapt it to JPEG if you want or whatever. So yeah, this is just too much, guys. I can't even digest that properly. Now, as I said, I try to make these as ugly as possible. When you are choosing your logo, even if you like 16 different fonts, that does not mean that you need to use those 16 different fonts. And this is where brand development comes into play. You need to know what fonts goes well with your vibe, goes well with your your customer audience, like all those different things. Like you have to make sure your target is on point with every piece of marketing or branding material or collateral that you put together and you put out there, even in-house as well. So even this is just hard to flow, hard to read, like when you need to stop using so many, right? So stay away from too many fonts. I think using one font with variants or two fonts is pretty cool, and I'm gonna show you some of that over when I start talking about the do's of logo. So make sure you just look at these one more time. You want to make sure everything goes with who your brand is and what your brand stands for and who your customers are and how they relate to them. I would not purchase from any of these people because then they just show me that their maturity in their brand and their respect for their business is just not up to par for me. But that's just another conversation for another time. Either way, even if you are on a budget, these are just some things to really consider and just avoid them because you want to put the best into your business. That's all I gotta say. Put the best into your business. Now let's go over to choosing some do's. These are pretty cute and they're cute for different people, right? So make it clear from the jump what you do. If you guys don't know what a hammam is, like a spa. When I was visiting Morocco, I learned that, and I've always wanted to go to a hammam ever since. So Sanara Villas and Hammam. I know exactly what it is. It's a villa. It's like a boutique hotel, and they have a hammam within the villa. Like that's very, very popular. It's just like when you go to Hilton or whatever, and they have their little spa downstairs. So I know exactly what to expect. I know to expect this very moody, tropical, kind of warm vibe. Like I can see it all in just the logo itself. Most likely because, I built a brand behind it, but these are just pieces that I just built out of practice. These don't actually belong to someone, but I own them. Intellectual property, y'all. And then now we want to go down to talk about versatility and adaptability. So basically what I'm doing is based on what I had over here for the don'ts, I am talking about the do's, right? So versatility and adaptability, I can cover this and use this alone and still represent the brand to like the utmost like respect. Then I can use this alone with Hue Atelier. Atelier is like a boutique fashion designer, so they're very specialized in whatever they're sewing, whether it's wedding dresses or whatever it is. They just specialize in something, right? So I love the simplicity of it. I love that it's so strong and it's very modern, but it has a touch of traditional, especially because of how the shape of the fonts is. But anyways, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. I just want you guys to see the choices that you have out there. So if you are huge on having like a letter to represent you, choose font. This is actually a font. I didn't draw it. Choose fonts that have that. And then you can pair it up with something that's very simple but still has a vibe that accentuates or exudes your brand. Then now we're gonna go down to simplicity. I have a knack for simplistic fonts that just gives you a little something something. Also, when you're looking at fonts, you want to think about the letters in your name. Fiona Weston, if you guys ever watch Burn Notice, that's where I got it from, okay? And my best friend's name is Fiona too. So when she saw it, she was excited. I'm like, girl, sit. This ain't for you. So this one has a glyph. I can't remember. That's what it is. I'm gonna tell you on the screen. But basically it's when two of the letters join in. So this has a couple of them and I just chose one and I realized that the F and the I had it and it was really cute anyway. So this had great spacing. I didn't fully edit it because I wanted you guys to see the roughness of it. I wanted you guys to see what it can be, what it could be, and just think about your own brand, right? So Fiona Weston is pretty clean. This can slap on anywhere. This look like it can go in a Saks Fifth Avenue, a Saks Fifth or Saks's, Saks Fifth Avenue, and just sell out completely. This can be jewelry. It can be a personal brand.
it's really high end. Like, this can be really cute. If you add that gold to it, it would be really nice. Okay, now we're gonna go down to colors. I know everybody fights with their color palette. Now let me tell you, when I was doing Torre and Partners, I was thinking of, you know, those funky people who they just know everything about money or everything about tech, but they're so colorful, kind of like Google. So that's the kind of direction I was going, and it just kind of came together pretty cool. As I said, I did not edit any of the fonts. I left them how they are. When people order them, then I will go in and edit as I please. But I'll tell you guys about that a little bit later. Satori and Partners is just all about colors. Now you want to keep authenticity in your mind. So every corner store, every convenience store have flowers. You have, you know, flower studios all over the place. They're pretty, you know, popular. However, if you want to be authentic, if you want to be unique, if you want to be different, girl, you got to choose something that just goes, The fonts, the color scheme, the vibe, like really the words you choose to describe your business. So Bloom, which it's spelled different from English because I think I used a German version or something like that. Bloom is really an artisan flower studio. So it's not your typical, oh, you know, I'm gonna pick up a $10 bouquet for my wife on a Friday night. It's where you want to drop a $250 on your Friday night wife. You know what I mean? So it's really about the type of level of I don't like the word luxurious, but you can use it, type of level of luxury that you want to add to your brand. Colors and fonts really help you in this aspect, and this is very authentic. A lot of people love it, and I would definitely go on and open Bloom overall and show you guys how Bloom looks in its entirety. Even though it's just a flower studio, it's where you get those bouquets, where you get you know, all the flowers for your wedding. It still looks so high-end. Like, you know that this is when you want to apologize, you want to propose, you want to put on a big engagement party, like all that kind of stuff, or you just want to buy something really nice for yourself every once in a while. So keep that stuff in mind, and I'll show you guys how to do a mood board another time. You're looking at the do's and the don'ts of choosing your logo. Just remember, keep it simple, keep it cute, keep it classy, and always know what your brand is about. As long as you figure out the vibe of your brand, you're able to choose your logo properly.
Alright guys, so that's our logo chat for today. If you or your friend is in business or starting a business and you know that your brand is not up to par, hit me up at hello@rochellereign.com, down there. Yeah, and we can chat. We can have a brand consultation. I do audits, all that stuff. If you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. My name is Rochelle Reign, ROUSHELLEREIGN. And if you are interested in any of the logos that I've shown you today, not the don'ts, I mean the do's, any of the do's, they are all on sale on TheMrk8, TheMrk, and the number 8, and I will hit all those little links down below. And don't forget to share. Toodles!